What's up, Moose Crew? So it's the holiday season, and it's that time of year that we're trying to find a gift for that special someone in our lives. You know, whether, they are the most experienced hiker backpacker in the world, or they're just getting into their brand new hobby, you want to get them a gift that's like really meaningful to show that you support their hobby. And hiking and backpacking camping gear is not always the most budget-friendly thing that you can find. So I tried my best to compile some pretty budget-friendly gifts here in Santa's gift bag. And I think that these are some pretty good picks where they're, like I said, they're really, really good for either, the most experienced hiker and then even like, the newbie that's starting to get out there. So let's take a dip into Santa's gift bag and see what I have in here. So, the first gift out of Santa's gift bag is the Freedom of the Hills book. And yes, this is more of a mountaineering book, but I think it's very, very valuable for someone who's getting just into backpacking or what I would consider longer day hikes, like not just, a couple hours out in the woods, like an all-day hike. And it's because this book, and I only just got it the other day and I just only read like the first few chapters, it has so much valuable information that even someone like me, where I consider myself decently experienced in the outdoors, I've already learned a handful of new things. And they have stuff from talking about different materials for what you should use for clothing, versus merino wool, fleece, and breathable waterproof versus fully waterproof. And it just goes so in depth over some of these topics. They also talk about fueling and 10 essentials and how to apply declination to your compasses if you're using map and compass navigation. And this book is 600 pages and it has a lot of really beautiful drawings and diagrams just to explain things. And even if you're not into rock climbing or mountaineering, I still think that this is a really valuable book. I've seen this go for between 30 on a place like Thrift Books, up to 50 on REI. And so you could probably find it somewhere and stuff, but this is the 10th edition of this book. This book goes all the way back to the 60s and stuff, and so it gets revived every few years. And I think you could get away with getting the 9th edition of this book. It still has the same title, you just have to type in the 9th edition, and you could probably get it for a little bit cheaper. But this is the most current, up-to-date book that has been released. And like I said, I think it's a really good book. I think it's pretty eye-opening and just provides some different insight. This isn't you have to do everything this way. It's just giving you a new perspective on something you might already know. So that's my first recommendation. So then, my second gift is get them a headlamp. If they are new, they need a headlamp. They're gonna think, oh, I can just use my iPhone or I can use a handheld flashlight. No, they need a headlamp. More experienced hikers, backpackers, campers, they're all gonna have headlamps. They already know. But this is a great gift for someone that's new. You can easily get a really basic headlamp. This one's a black diamond one. I think I've only used black diamond ones, going all the way back to the one that my friend's dad gave me back when I was in high school. And these are good little headlamps. You can get them probably between, a good one for about $20 to $30. I'm not gonna get into lumens today, but I think this one's about 300 lumens. And this is really, really bright in a dark place. So definitely get them a headlamp if they're new. I cannot recommend one enough. So, next is the classic pocket rocket. So, I've had this since 2017. This was my first backpacking stove, and this is still the same backpacking stove that I've used for years now. And this is the most basic model that you can get, and it only costs I think $50 when it's not on sale and stuff. And then there's the deluxe version that has a spark assist that'll help light it so you don't have to take like a lighter and get your hands close. And that one goes for about $85. This one will suffice, and this is a good entry-level backpacking stove. It just screws onto those little propane things. It comes in a little carrying case, and all you have to do is remember to bring a lighter, and you should always have a lighter with you out in the woods. You know, you can get one of those fancy little Bic Martha Stewart ones, you know, that also Snoop Dogg sponsors. So yeah, I cannot recommend this specific stove enough. Like, everyone's all about, oh, Jetboil, which Jetboil would also be a great gift, but that one's still a little pricey. And like I said, I think this one's really good for an entry-level backpacker. So going in that same vein of gifts for beginner backpackers, so this is also my first camp pot that I ever got. It is the #1 kettle by Snow Peak. And it's not an ultralight pot, but for the most part, it's lightweight. And this would be a really good pot to get for someone who's just getting into backpacking. It has a little pour spout, and the little handles fold in really, really nicely. And you can stuff your little fuel canister, those little small red ones, into here. And unfortunately, you can't secure the lid down, but it doesn't really matter. Like, they're just out there having fun at this point. They're not super worried about, you know, having like the best gear and stuff. So I think that this is a great pot to start with. I did upgrade to the Stanley Adventure Cook Set for 2, and that one's also pretty good and pretty fairly priced. But this one brings in at $27, and I cannot recommend it enough. It fed me multiple times on many backpacking trips, and you just can't go wrong with it. So definitely, this is one. So the next one on our list is for the ladies. It's the Kula cloth, which is somehow a very controversial item in the backpacking world for women. A lot of people think it's stupid because it's like you can just use bandana, whatever, or it's used to do the squat and wiggle after you pee. The idea behind it is that there's silver particles like woven into this, which has antibacterial qualities, which is true. That's how the Romans used to keep their milk clean. You used to have it in a pouch, and they put silver coins in there. And so after you wipe, you have this part facing out towards the sun, and then the sun will help kill the bacteria with UV rays, which is true. I know that that's like how that works also with like bandanas and stuff. This thing comes in about $23. I think it's cute. Like, they always have fun little designs and stuff. You can get one that definitely will fit your partner's, you know, style and stuff. As you can see, I'm a very blue and black coordinated. So yeah, so I found one that fits me. You can definitely find one to fit them. So definitely think this is a good one. Next up is the Ollie Camp Space Saver Mug plus Nalgene. And I'm just a really big fan of things that will slide into and over other things because it just helps save so much space. That's why I like this pot, because you can put your propane canister in there. And so this is just a general aluminum mug. You can put this over your camp stove and boil water with it. And everybody needs a mug while they're camping. And this one, like I said, I just like it because it goes easily over your Nalgene, so you can stick it into your side pouch and have it all secured. So the combo with the Nalgene comes in at about $33, but you can purchase just the mug for about $19. And like I said, I just think this is like a really good gift because it saves space. Almost everybody has a Nalgene, and if they don't, look, you can get them their first Nalgene, and then they can cover all the stickers that they want, and they'll be so happy about it. If I had gotten this from my parents, I would have been really excited over it. And yeah, I think this one's a pretty thoughtful gift. So now, the next gift is the Sawyer Mini. And I think almost every backpacker has used this and probably has recommended this at one point in their life. And that's because this water filter is super cheap. This thing only comes in at about $25, and it fits over like a standard smart water bottle. And it also will come with like this little kind of collapsible stupid water bottle thing, but in a pinch, this is really, really great to have. And it's really, really small. You can easily throw this into your pack. I've started carrying this now because of the one time we went hiking in Glacier with my family and my entire family forgot water, and I didn't have this at the time, and if I did, it could have eased everyone's mind. But yeah, so this is definitely something I recommend. Even if they don't really use it, it's good for them to have it. It's lightweight, it's not gonna take up a whole lot of space. So yeah, that's the Sawyer Mini for $25. The next gift is the Tar Equipment Nalgene cap strap. And I really like this, because my biggest fear when I'm hiking or backpacking is that I have a carabiner attached to this little plastic loop on my Nalgene. This gets worn down just from the general use. It's twisting against your bag, being thrown around on the ground, and this will eventually snap. And I always have the problem of my water bottles slipping out my side pouches, so I always need a carabiner. And so my biggest fear is always losing my water bottle. So the great thing about the cap strap is that this screws on over the Nalgene's, mouth threads. And so it's attached to the mouthpiece, not to this. And I think that it's like the best idea ever because of my somewhat irrational fear. And it comes in 2 sizes, or actually 3 sizes, because they have one for that, like the really narrow small mouthpiece, and then they have one for the little bottle, and then they have one that's supposed to fit only this size, but because they say on their website that it shouldn't fit over the really big bottle's mouthpiece. I don't know if it's that they changed the size recently, because this bottle is from 2016, so they might have made this mouthpiece a little bigger, but I was able to get mine over it. And yeah, so here's how I attach my carabiner. So you see it screws on over the mouthpiece, and you screw it on. It still keeps its seal, and then you can attach a little carabiner, and then it's connected with nice nylon. And this part's also made out of metal, which is a lot more durable than plastic. And like I said, I cannot get enough of this. I think the company targets it more for people who go rafting. But this is great for someone who goes hiking or camping and has the irrational fear like I do. Oh, I almost forgot the price on this. These all go for $20 no matter what the size, but they always have sales going on for either free shipping or buy 2 get 1 free and stuff, so cannot recommend it enough. Next up, this is a gift that no one will ever say no to. It is the long spoon. And everybody eats Mountain Houses, Peak Meals, whatever, Backpacker's Pantry. And having a long spoon is the best thing in the world, because you don't have to use your little normal short spoon, get food all over your hands and stuff. This helps, ease the cleanliness of not contaminating your food. I have probably either 2, well, obviously I have 2, but I think I have about 3 of these. And like I said, this is the gift that keeps on giving. I will never be mad if someone gets me another long spoon, because of how many times I've accidentally left them at home because I put them on the drying rack and then they ended up in the actual utensil drawer and stuff. So yeah, these go for about, between like $8 to $15. When you start getting into more of like the titanium and stuff, because it's lighter weight metal, that's when it starts getting a little more expensive, but it's like $15 expensive, not $40 expensive. So yeah, this is a gift that an experienced backpacker will like, and a newbie will definitely be thankful for. So yeah, long spoon, there's plenty of them out there. This one's Sea to Summit, this one's Snow Peak. Like I said, there's a bunch out there. Cannot recommend it enough. Okay, so these last few gifts, this is more of a lightning round. And the first one is going to be stuff sacks and dry bags. This is something, again, everybody always needs. They're always using them, misplacing them, they're ripping. And these are very cheap. Like, I got this Alps Mountaineering bundle for, I think for 3 of them, for like $15 because they were on clearance. And this one, I got this so many years ago. It came in a pack 3 for like probably about $20. And then I got this new one It's like a little Osprey, little baggie for $8 on clearance at REI. And these are always so useful because we're always trying to organize all like our little stuffs. And it's just so hard to keep everything organized, and lightweight little things like this always makes our lives easier. So definitely cannot go wrong with this gift. The next one is coffees. And never buy anyone any coffee unless you know what they like or if they're willing to try new things. Because I know it's like, no, I need my super dark Colombian roast, or oh no, I need my light breeze coffee, whatever. I'm not so picky, so I've used the Alpine Start little instant coffee packs. I don't know, it tastes like coffee to me. All coffee tastes the same to me. And then this one you might have seen online, and it is the No Normal Coffee. It's this weird coffee that comes in a squeezy tube, like your medical ointments and stuff. You see, you squeeze it, and you right out of the container. That is like the whole point of their company, is that they're trying to get people to, like, you know, you can just eat it straight out of the tube. So if like you're a racer and stuff. Oh, that's bitter. So if you're like one of those racers and stuff, like, you know, you can just squeeze your coffee, you don't gotta mix it. But you can also just mix this into hot water. I did that, and it came out, again, tasting exactly like coffee. So finding out what their favorite coffee is, whatever their instant coffee, whatever they use, get them that. They will always be so grateful, because hikers, campers, mountaineers, whoever, rock climbers, they all run on coffee. Then, the second to last recommendation, find out what pair of socks they love. I'm not so picky. I care about materials such as merino wool and thickness of my socks, because I like a medium thickness and then a really thin thickness in the summertime. I don't really hike around as much in the winter right now, but getting them a pair of socks, they'll always be grateful. It's like the joke about how when you're a kid, you got socks for Christmas, and it was like, oh, it's so horrible. Now you're an adult, you're like, hell yeah, I got socks. So yeah, this is a good one. And so now, we've been through all these gifts, and you're like, they have everything. Like they have a whole REI gear store in their room. Everyone thinks it's a crappy gift, but honestly, get them a gift card to one of their favorite stores, whether it's REI, Sportsman's Warehouse. A lot of brands have gift cards for their websites, so Black Diamond, Cotopaxi, whatever. Just get them a gift card, and then that's like the best gift, because maybe they have their eyes set on a very expensive piece of equipment and you're giving them a $50 gift card. Like, that's gonna help them in the long run. Like, I always hate it when people are like, oh, I want to get you something meaningful. Nothing is more meaningful than giving them the privilege to pick out their own gift. Like, you cannot go wrong with it. The number of times I've been gifted REI gift cards, and it's just made my life easy, of like, oh, I want a new puffy, or I really want a new pair of hiking boots. Gift cards are always a safe way to go. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope maybe you found a gift for that special someone in your life, or maybe even yourself, who knows. But yeah, happy holidays. Please like and subscribe down below for more videos like this. I hope you all have a very fun and adventurous winter this year. Thanks, have a good one.